In today's video, we will take a look on inflation, other economic data, housing market in the United States, and of course, local Southwest Florida for the data that happened in October of 2023. My name is Anna Eckstein, MVP Realty, Naples Ultimate Luxury Group. Let's start. All right. So in today's video, I actually found a couple interesting facts, and I like to share with you guys. This is from Bloomsburg.com. It's actually collecting all the data when economic hard landing actually happen, and interesting data that they have: soft landing hopes and hard landing realities. This is how many number of the news articles mention soft landing in United States history of the recession. You can take a look in the Combust in 1999. You can see how many articles in 2008 through 2000, even 9, also in 2023. I just wanted to share with you because I thought it was interesting, and there's just so much information up there, and it's just hard to understand, like, what direction we're going in. I wish we would have a crystal ball, but we don't. So I just wanted to share with you a couple articles that I was just looking through. I thought would be interesting to share before we start our economic data. So this is actually in 2007, Fed chairman projects soft landing of United States economy, Business International Herster again, 2007, Dallas Fed, the U.S. economy on a track for the soft landing. The Bernanke is the Fed at that time. And he said also in March of 2008, 2007, no recession on the horizon. You can take a look, Fed sees soft landing for the economy, February 2007. And take a look, this is an interesting article actually by Janet Yellen, president at the time and CEO for Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. It's in February 21, 2007. I believe that soft landing is most likely outcome for the next year or two. So, however, her remarks also, seasonable forecast of some concerns. And take a look also, October 11, 2003, Janet Yellen sticks to the view of U.S. economy headed for the soft landing. Just wanted kind of to share with you what happened in 2008, 2009. I've been full-time real estate agent in Naples, Florida, Southwest Florida. And I will tell you this, that was really scary timing at that time that we all went through. I hope that we will be on a better track this time around. But I just really, guys, I want you to understand something, that none of these people cannot predict the future. They can all project the soft landing, but I want to tell you something, that just please, hope is good. And I'm hoping for the soft landing, but I prepare myself for a hard landing, because the one thing is to hope, but the thing is that when you wake up in 2009, and what I saw back then, that was a scary days, scary years for so many families in the United States. And just because all of those articles that we just saw, and by the way, that's just a fraction of what I pulled up. I just didn't want to overwhelm you, but there's just so many of them. And so many of today's days articles about soft landing and everything. Again, hope is good, but please prepare for yourself for just whatever can come in 2024. And we talk many times on this channel regarding the high interest rate being so quickly on the rise, and the Fed may stick them for longer. You just don't know. And so many businesses needs to be refinanced. Commercial real estate needs to be refinanced in 2024, 2025, moving forward. I hope they will drop the rates, but, based on past economic data, Fed doesn't just get up and see, oh, it's a blue sky today, let's cut the rate. They cut the rate if something really break in the economy. And by the time something break in the economy, it just will be sometimes a little too late. And that's what happened in 2008, 2009. So anyway, back in September 2009, and how did economists get so wrong? Well, the hope is always hope. But again, as we now in beginning of the December that this video is made, I made a little bit late this time, beginning of December 2023, I hope we are going in for the soft landing, but there's just so many lagging effects of the interest rate hikes that anything can break at this point. And anyways, just wanted to share with you. I thought that was interesting fact. I do like to share with you a few things that were happening in today's economy, kind of warning from some of the retails, like the Home Depot. You can see that they warned of the weakness ahead of the big tick items. The people is really start pulling back. Just think about for how many years we really lived in a zero interest rate environment with all the money printing. It's, moving forward, 2024 will be definitely interesting year, just to say. Walmart, the stock has tanked by 8% as a retail warning for the consumers, still tightening their belt. You can see the Target warning also pulling back, the consumers even pulling back on the groceries. And think about the student loans effect also. It's just so many different things that are hurting and squeeze the consumers more and more and more from different directions. And all the retails, they are warning us of what can come. And think about how great retail sales were for Black Friday event, but what they didn't tell, the majority of those consumers spent on buy now and pay later. Well, somebody have to pay off all of that later. Cisco plunge after corporation spending slump and her forecast of the 2024. That's a IT company, technology. And just to show to you, this is interesting chart that I found on Department of Labor. You can take a look, like we can say, well, unemployment is only 3.9% right now. Yes, but take a look on this chart, how quickly this unemployment is really raised. So quickly it can spike. It doesn't take unemployment, it's just loss of the lag effect that actually happens after being economy being tightened with the interest rate hikes and things like that. So let's take a look. The jobless claims. This is for the jobless claims. You can see it's still on the rise and rose only by 7,000 to 218,000 a week ending of November 25th. The next one will be coming up, I think this week. And I will next economic update. I will update you with the jobless claims as well as the non-farm payroll numbers. Continued jobless claims, you can see it's on the rise as well. So let's take a look at the inflation rate. We always take a look inflation rate and also core inflation rate. It's excluded volatile items such as food and energy. And the preferred number for the Fed would be the 2%. So you can see we're still, the inflation is definitely going down to 3.2%. We're still on the target to do 2%. The core inflation is still in a 4% range with the months of the October. And it's going down, but you can see how slow. I think we all agree that the inflation is, to me, it's more like stagflation because it's going down, but it's just so slow. But I think we all agree at this point that, the high number for the inflation, it's in a rear view window. It's more looking forward to 2024. Are we will be in stagflation? Are we going in a recession? If we are going in a recession, how deep recession will be? So if you like to pause, I always leave this table content for you. If you like to see the breakdown between inflation, how it travels month to month, please pause, take a look. And also I wanted to share with you how consumer been squeezed and some of the interesting facts that you can see that the the inflation start ease on something that it's not as I guess is not as priority as a consumer get, you know, like I would say, think about like if you look at what kind of items like tobacco and smoking product is increased 1.9, the insurance because they have to pay insurance, but there's some like you can see the alcoholic beverages increase as consumer getting so squeezed and I think depressed. They just really try to find the items that is really necessity items. And you can see like the new vehicles start decreasing, the used cars, the airline fares, the physical physician services, the gasoline, all types. I mean, we know the oil has been going down. For matter of fact, of this recording, the oil is under $70 a barrel. And I don't know if the oil going down for the wrong or right reasons, or maybe the finalists are kind of realizing maybe demand just not there. Maybe China doesn't doing good, and as we're going in 2024, and the long waiting recession, maybe will be in 2024, and that's why the oil been dropping so sharply for the past 30-60 days. At least to say, you can see also that that we can see the general merchandise, the cost, and again, building material is going down, the sporting goods, the auto miscellaneous, furniture is decreased by 2%. And you can see the food services, the groceries, the health, personal care still continue to increase. The people just squeeze wherever they can find, okay, this is a real priority for me. Those items you can see they're still on increase, but those ones they can let it go. Secondary items, they say, well, you know, we're not going to go shop for furniture right now. We'll see what happens. So producer price index, we're covering that as well. Producer price is what the producer experience inflation on their side. And just wanted to share with you a chart. You can see that that also we break down on producer price and also core, excluding volatile items. You can see that also being decreased. I think, again, there's no surprise on these numbers to being decreased at this point. PCE, personal consumer expenditure, that also it's preferred gauge for the Fed to actually measure the inflation, and you can also see that numbers is going down. So GDP was really kind of surprised to me, interesting, because the GDP for the third quarter in 2023, actually on the paper, gosh, our economy looked like it's a booming economy, 5.2%. Oh my goodness. So we'll see. I mean, it's definitely on the papers looks pretty good, right? But what is under the hood, that's another story. The non-farm payroll, again, new data will be coming in this month. We will share with you, but you can see the economy being added 150,000 jobs in October 2023. Unemployment rate just a little bit slightly uptick to 3.9%. So how that breakdown is, you can see the government jobs still continue to be at 51,000. We did lose manufacturer jobs of 35,000 and non-farm payroll. Private, we gain 99,000 jobs, and it's obviously less compared to September. You can see down the chart. So if you look in mortgage rate, since yield start going down, we had the yields almost go over 5% for 7 year, and now it's I don't know. Today was like 4.11 or so. It's definitely being decreased. And as this recording, actually, there's new data coming today. I just don't have that on the chart. So since last data, it's 7.37. It's a 30-year fixed mortgage rate with confirming loan balances. This morning it was, I think it was like 15 or 17%. So it's definitely going down. So that is a little bit financial condition throughout the economy, including the mortgage rates. And you can see the mortgage application being increased by 0.3%, and this is based on a week ending November 24. So building permits, we can see that it rose by 1.8% for a month of October, month over month by 1.8%. New home sales month over month. New home sales fell by 5.6%. Its annualized rate for the October of 2023, month over month, decreased by 5.6% month over month. And this is for the new home sale. This is in United States. And of course, stay tuned, please. We will be reviewing the local Southwest Florida data. If you do find this video valuable, please don't forget the button to subscribe. We do these videos every month on economic data and local Southwest Florida real estate market report in every month. So please stay tuned to the local data. So pending home sales declined 8.5% year on year in October 2023. This is nationwide. So that could be different state to state, even city to city. And I would even argue community to community would be different as well. So if you are a consumer and you're thinking of moving here to Southwest Florida, or you sell or thinking of selling, just please contact me. I'll be more than happy to provide a detailed report on your neighborhood, what happening in your neighborhood as far as your medium sales price, competitive market analysis with detailed marketing plan for your home if you're a seller. If you're a buyer, we'll be more than happy to provide detailed marketing report, detailed report on home sales and what to expect in the neighborhood moving forward. So pending home sales month over month, the pending home sales in the United States declined 1.1% month over month. So existing home sales previously owned in the United States sunk 4.1% month over month in the month of the October, and you can see adjusted annualized rate of 3.79 million units in October of 2023. And by the way, interesting data is the lowest level since August of 2010. So interesting data actually coming in. A lot of things to do with the interest rate. I think a lot to do with uncertainty in this economy. It's just so many different factors. I think there's no one factor is the right factor to really point that this is exactly what's happening, but on a variety of different factors. And existing home sales over a month, you can see sunk, it's 4.1% as well. And you can see the chart were happening up there as well. All right, so let's take a look at our local data, and we will start with active inventory. So active inventory, and we consider the property listings active at the end of the month. So we're reviewing also 4 cities: Naples, Marco Island, Bonita Springs, and Estero. On the middle, you can see the number of the active inventory in each city. On the left, you can see comparison to a year ago, to October of 2022. And on the right, you can see comparison to 30 days ago. And you can see across the board, I do not need to take tell you the numbers. You can pause and take a look for each city. But across the street, you can, across the board, you can see that inventory on the rise. What does that mean? That our market, we add in more listings as the active inventory stays on the market. So it's not only what we added in, but it's what actually is not selling. So you can see that the active listings through the end of the months, year over year is on increase. Year over year is on increase. So what that means to you if you're a buyer? That means actually good news, because you have tons of properties that you can go through and find the perfect home that you're looking for, because the inventory is here. What is that for you if you're a seller? If you're a seller, you have to start thinking a little bit how I can stand up my property from other property in the best shape, performs, and bring the attention to those buyers. Because now, if before, like I was reviewing one neighborhood, and that was like a few years back, I don't remember exactly data. It was at Naples Park, we only had like a few homes for sale. And as of last week, I was reviewing the data, and there was 127 homes for sale in single neighborhood. People, we are getting inventory. Great for buyers, sellers. If you're thinking of selling the property, please think twice when you choose the listing agent who represents your property at best. If you do like, I would be more than happy to provide comparable market analysis and a detailed explanation what I do to my seller to achieve their real estate goals, my marketing plan, everything from start to finish. It's free, no obligation. I would love to meet with you in person. If you're not here, would love to meet you via Zoom. Can send to you video message with detailed report, just like I'm doing here. It will be exactly for your home in your neighborhood. Just please don't hesitate to contact me. My phone number is 239-249-4476. Thank you. My name is Anna. So let's move forward. The new listings. That's how many listings we have during the months of October. And again, I don't think there's really any questions to be asked. You can see that we not only continue to increase with the active inventory, that's the inventory still for sale at the end of the month, but you can see across the board that we have, year ago, we added in more listings. Even compared to the September, we added in more listings. So we have more new inventory. We added in more listings. Please pay attention, people. Like, I know we're going in the season, but that's very crucial time now that you have to select the right agent to work with. Please interview. If you're the seller and you're thinking of hiring the agent to sell the property, please, I cannot ask you for more than please interview 3, 4, 5 different agents. You know, if they tell you, oh, I do this or this, show to me. If I meet you and I'm sit down with you, I'm show to you my record. I show to you my product. I show to my presentation what I do for my sellers. I don't just tell to the people, like I've been with so many sellers, I would sit down, you know, and they tell me how great the real estate agent tell, how great they are in the social media. And I said, so what do they plan? Well, they didn't really say what kind of plan they have. Well, ask what kind of plan they have. If they say to you something that they do and they're great what they're doing, okay, what kind of plan? Show to me your past results. Show to me the results. Don't just take for word what somebody say to you and sign with them 3, 4, 6 months contract. And then at the end of the day, in 2024, we're going into season. If you will sell your home in 2024 and you will ask me when is the best time to sell, the time to sell is January. The first week, you have to be fully loaded, 100% on the market. That's your time to sell. If you miss the season, I don't know what the 2024 will hold. I think based on everything what I see right now, I think we will have a good season. I think the people will come. The rental for this year, I think very, very weak. That's a little bit concerning me because I do property management as well. And I help to the buyers and the sellers to achieve real estate goals. So I am like in all angles. I've been 18 years in Naples area, helping to homeowners to achieve their real estate goals. And I'm telling you that this year, seasonal rentals is probably the weakest from as far as I can remember. So anyway, let's move on. So the month supply of the inventory, that's estimation of how many months on the market needs to be a property in average to actually take an offer. It's basically, it says how many months it will take to deplete the current inventory given in the recent sales. So it's how many homes for sale, how many new homes coming in, and how many months would take. You can see that, again, I mean, gosh, what a surprise. It's all up, right? It's the inventory up, the active listings up, everything is up. Guys, be careful. we're getting back in really buyer territory, real estate market here, and in Southwest Florida. And been talking to so many different colleagues throughout the United States. I mean, some is more uptight than others, but there's definitely inventory on the rise. There's definitely buyer market coming back, and coming back big time. So the buyer demand is like the fourth quarter. For me, again, personally, I felt it was very, very weak. Is that can change for the season? I want to believe so. We'll see. Future will tell. But again, if you're a buyer, gosh, coming over, we have tons of inventories, and there's plenty of homes to choose from. If you sell it, please be cautious. This is the time to be aggressive with your marketing, aggressive with your presentation. You have to have aggressive agent who will not waste your time in this precious time that we have in Southwest Florida. So if we're moving on, we take a look showing per listing. It's on average how many showings per listing you can have a month to schedule on an active listing. Again, please pause, take a look. This is the data for, again, year ago. We have, like, what I noticed, actually, if you pay attention with the Marco Island, is in Marco Island on, this is our single family home in the first half of the page. This is our townhouses and condos. Marco Island seems like pretty active for single family homes. You can see actually showings per listing increase by 45% compared to a year ago. And even compared to the 30 days, you can see that we actually start having more showings per listing in October compared in September for the 30 days period. They're still down for majority of the part compared to a year ago, but you can see the uptick. So, and generally for us is a seasonality, right? September is the slowest month. I would say the October start going uptick, November a little bit higher, December higher, and then January we generally get on fire, right? And that's when all our, second home people arriving. This is where our snowbirds, that's everybody come enjoy sunshine and beautiful weather in Southwest Florida. So as we're moving forward, this right here will increase definitely. So if you compare the pending inventory, pending inventory is the homes that went under contract in the month of October. And you can see the, again, compared to a year ago, you can see the Marco is really doing well. Because compared to a year ago, you can see that we actually on the rise by 90% in those pending home sales for single family homes. Compared to the 30 days, you can see also the Marco Estero Bonita actually doing fairly well. Marco again on fire. The September for condominiums, it's kind of missing hit. But moving forward for a medium percentage of the last list price, you can see pretty much a year ago. And again, what does that mean? That if you list your property, let's say, and this is from your last list price as 100%, and you get an offer, that percentage that's what is represented on the middle. That's what you're getting on average once you have an executed contract. So like you see, the Naples got on average in October 96.7%, Marco Island 93.2%, 95.9% in Bonita. So you can see down the middle. It is down compared to a year ago. And for most part, I would say it's down as well for the comparison to the 30 days ago. There's uptick a little bit in Naples and a little bit in Bonita, pretty much flat. So anyway, medium price per square foot. Again, I tell every time when I do this video recording, this is average per city. Every neighborhood has their own medium price per square foot. So if you're a buyer, you're a seller, just please reach me out. I'll be more than happy to provide more detailed neighborhood report for you specifically, exclusively for you. I can do that in a private YouTube setting and send you privately to your email address, or do with you Zoom presentation in private and share with you some facts and some ideas about how to approach and create a detailed real estate plan, regardless if you're buyer or the seller, for your desired neighborhood. Again, so if you take a look, the median price per square foot, you can see the pricing is really still kind of steady. And I would say, I feel like, gosh, this market is kind of in stagflation to me personally. Like, you can see some of the neighborhoods, the pricing, this is, again, it's average. It's just so like, because I can see some neighborhoods, the pricing is lower compared to a year ago. Some is stay the same. It's just so again, when we're talking about the Naples, you can see it's flat, basically. It's up 1%. But when you're reviewing those different neighborhoods, that's what they make a difference. So please take a look at this chart. But again, if you're interested more in detail, more specifically for what you're looking, more than happy to work with you in private and deliver to you a detailed report for all your real estate needs. So if we look in medium sales price, again, pause, take a look at this chart. This is medium price on a middle. You can see for, a year ago, it's some up, some down. The same thing for the 30-day period. Again, if you're interested more specifically, just reach me out. Also, if we look in dollar value is the sum of the sale prices, all sales which happen during the month of October. Basically, we adding them together. I do break down them on single family homes, condominiums. Pause again, take a look at the chart. Some up, some down. Marco Island is again look on fire, but we've been looking for previous charts, pending sales. Those previous charts, they're all up. So this is not a surprise why this chart is up by 32%. But interesting, actually, for single family homes, Marco Island, it is down compared to 30 days ago. And this is our last chart for this video, is our closed sales. Closed sales is a number of transactions which closed during the months. And again, you can see on the middle how many transactions been closed per city, breakdown based on single family home and condominiums. And you can see that it's kind of, again, Marco is on fire. There's no surprise on that, up 14%. Estero doing well compared to a year ago. Naples, Bonita, a little bit down on single family. On the condos, across the board down. Bonita, very surprisingly, up by 32%. If we compare to the 30 days, you can see some ups and down. Marco Island, surprisingly, actually down by 33% on the closed sales. But again, the dollar volume was down as well, 30 days comparison. For the condo, you can see Bonita and Estero on uptick by 29% in Bonita Springs. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this video valuable for you and for your family. If you do, please share this video with your family, friends, relatives. If you buyer, if you're seller looking to purchase or sell in real estate in Southwest Florida, please reach me out. I would love to sit down with you and create the detailed real estate goal for you and for your family with the results that would be achievable and will be favorable for you and for your family. My name, Anna Eckstein with Naples Ultimate Luxury Group, MVP Realty. My phone number is 239-249-4476. Stay safe and see you in the next video. Thank you.